Welcome
Welcome
to
to the
the
Parry
Perry
Podcast. Parry
Podcast. That's our
Podcast.
theme song, all three of us. It's a chorus, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
This is me going, hey,
So, anyways, before we
hey,
start
you guys.
anything,
Sorry.
before we start anything, as you see, this is the new base. Now, what's interesting is there's no Discord call. And you're probably like, oh, Perry, why is Perry the best podcaster there? Why is there no Discord call? And that's because I'm gonna be replacing it with something. And now you're asking, oh, why is godly intelligent Perry? Why? What are you gonna replace it with? What could you possibly replace it with? Well, I'm replacing it with these guys. Yes, this is all three of us. These are all the guests
Hello.
on the
If
podcast,
I'm a guest.
which is Alex and Mingus. Alex is to the right and Mingus
Hi.
is to the no. Alex is to the left and Mingus is to the right.
To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right.
Exactly. So
That's how real smooth.
okay.
Do,
Good.
do, 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 do.
Mega Sim says hi, Alex. Alex, say hi
Hate
back.
you. I'm kidding. I love you, Mega
Hi.
Sim. Give you a kiss.
Alright.
Mwah.
So, first let's go over a quick thing. How's your school this week? Cause we
My
all have
school is going great.
Alright. Alex, how about yours? Was it alright?
A lot of crazy things been going on, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
alright in the end.
Yeah.
It's been a hectic week, that's for sure. But it's been a
Yeah,
good
the
one.
week started off like it's just like someone turned like the game difficulty from like easy to like super expert hard on like breakneck speed.
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
But then they
that's
reverse all
what
your
I'm thinking of.
controls.
Yeah, like we can't really say what happened, but let's just pretend that Alex got ran over by a Ford SUV.
Truck.
That's what happened.
I caused
That
it.
would have been
I was
better,
not driving
honestly.
a Ford SUV.
No, he did. He got ran over by a Ford SUV.
Yes, this is
And-
now officially what happened.
Yeah, and he revived on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I put him on a cat body though. And no, do not call us cat boys. If you do, I will find you. I'll find your address.
Eric.
You're a cat boy.
I'm not. I'll find your address.
You're a cat boy. You're a cat boy.
I'm not. You're
He's
evil.
gonna find your address now.
You're being
He already
evil.
knows my. Wait, Perry, do you know my address?
That's disclosed.
Perry, come to my address right now. We'll do Perry podcast with one camera.
Not now, but anyways, let's start with the oh, I should explain. Okay, from now on there won't be any really Discord call from what I plan. Maybe on an occasion if I'm too late to make the overlay, but instead I'll be a bit more creative, as well as I also hate kind of having to record the Discord call.
Mhm.
So yeah. So anyways, let's do a quick explanation as to what Scratch is. So Scratch is a thing which is meant to help you learn coding, but they also have this community, of coders because it's an easy thing to make games or whatever films on.
Mm.
And speaking of films, we'll be talking about one of them called Bobob.
Bub.
Yes,
Boy.
Bubabooey.
Bobo. Bobob.
Bibub. Baba.
Badinsky Bob.
So yeah, Bobob is a film series that I created in 2019 when I was sitting in class and I was bored,
Starting in
and I brought it back.
2019.
What?
Starting in 2019.
Yeah, it started in 2019. I created it then.
So you created it in 2019.
I
guess
did.
you didn't create
Like, I
it.
started it.
You're creating it. Yeah. That's
Anyways, let Mr. King continue his talk about Bubba. Wait. You want me to advertise or you, Mr. King, about your channel?
What do you mean, like?
Your channel.
So I mean, this is called DaKing, DA space KING.
Yeah, the link is
the
in
King.
the bio.
I'm trying to find the bio right now. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right down there.
Yeah, and that's where you can find all Bobobs. And Bobob 5 as of now is a YouTube exclusive.
No, it's not quite actually. I released it on Scratch during the middle of the day.
Oh, really?
I didn't really get to
Oh,
tell
yeah?
anyone yet, but it's finally been released.
Well, it
Oh,
was a
awesome.
YouTube exclusive for a little while.
Yeah, it just got released early because it was just better. It was just easier.
Yeah, but anyways, continue your talk about uh, Bobob.
So 2019, it was like like it was early in the mid 2019, and I was sitting in class. It was in my homeroom of health class. I was bored, so I decided I'd make like a little stupid scratch animation, and the entire film was just me figuring out that I could make characters rotate and like to go to random positions. Like, it's basically like just me like doing like a test code.
Yeah.
If you've seen it,
And-
it definitely very much looks. My voice cracked. Definitely very much looks like that.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
it's basically like a test animation. But I was like, oh, Bob's kind of funny. I think I'll bring him back, and I was like had like random characters,
Yeah,
and
didn't you
so
bring him back in like April of this year?
yeah, it was around there. I don't remember like the exact day or month or whatever. I just know
Yeah.
it was early this year, and I brought him back, and and then I started making like a whole like little film franchise out of it. And now today, the latest Bobob film has been released, Bobob 5.
Yeah, just this morning. And
Yeah.
in theaters near you.
Yeah.
Except some of those theaters are closed due to COVID-19.
Please be safe out there. Wear a mask. Social distance.
Unless you
We
live
are
in
going
California, don't
Bobob.
be safe.
If you're in Pennsylvania, do not be safe. Follow all
If you're
these instructions
Pennsylvania,
except
you
for
are not safe. Period.
if you live in California, Florida, or Pennsylvania. Just those three.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, if you
go on.
yeah. Wait, who? Me or
I
I
don't know.
think
Either
me,
of you?
but I think I'm all done now. Yeah, it's
Okay.
like now here we are. Look at the latest release of Bobob.
so?
Also, by the way, sorry, one last thing. There are like there's a big spoiler alert on this. So if you haven't seen all the Bobob films,
I
you
haven't.
should go watch them, then come back because we're gonna be spoiling the heck out of these films.
All right. There's a
That's fine.
question
I'm
in the
going to be
chat.
spoiled. I'm
There's
going
a
to pretend that I know what I'm talking about. I've seen all of them, actually. I've studied them.
all
I
right.
am a scholar of the Bobob.
Yeah, he got Bobob degree from Columbia University.
In Columbia, Ohio. That's where the university is.
Yeah.
Fact. Not fiction.
Yeah.
Fact.
Also, Alex, you're getting a question from the chat by Mr. Dink Mudkip.
Ooh,
He's asking.
I can't see it.
He's trying to pronounce Bobob, and then he's asking what's Bobob's ethnicity. Now, I think this is shown in the fifth film, kind of.
He's
Yeah,
he's
just a little
whatever
bit.
I am.
It was
He
kind of
looks like
hidden
me.
on a computer in the background, but it's also been like
He looks like
kind
me.
of unofficially slash officially announced. I don't know. But yeah, it's pronounced Bobob, like Bob and then Ob minus the first B. It's just Bobob.
Yeah, but sometimes if you say it fast enough, it sounds like Bob, which is how
Yeah,
I end
but
up
like
saying
yeah, it's
it.
like it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's just supposed to be pronounced like Bob Ob.
Yeah. You're
And his
pronounced
ethnicity
Bobob.
on it. Bob Ob.
Yeah. And he's also asking
Yeah.
what's his ethnicity.
Yeah, his ethnicity. I mean, he's Irish. That's the only thing that's really been
I'm
confirmed.
not Irish.
I know we're talking
I'm
about
not Irish.
Bob.
He looks like
Bob.
me. He has to be whatever I am. I'm rejecting your lore. I'm rejecting your
Oh no,
Bobob lore.
no, oh no! When I was looking at the video, because like right now, like the way like I have this thing set up is that like I'm watching a YouTube video and I'm also on call obviously, and I accidentally clicked on like some random like pop up video and it was like some like BTS thing. I don't really know. Some guy
No.
got like plastic surgery or something to look like one of the members or
Awful.
something. I don't
That's
know.
awful.
Horrible.
I'm back in the Perry podcast though now.
Okay, good. Imagine like the Perry Podcast family just cuts out because they got BTS Stan hacks it and plays just BTS songs.
That would be something. That would go down in infamy.
Yeah.
It would be the day to go down in infamy. December 7th.
And Dane kept Dane,
Wait, December 7th?
Yeah, it's the new Pearl Harbor. That
yeah,
was December 7th, right? I know it was 7th or 8th.
yeah,
You
Yeah,
think? I think
it's the
so.
new Pearl Harbor.
yeah. But anyways, I like to before I discuss my game, Oppshot, I like to
Hmm.
discuss and this is really something me and Alex get because Mingus,
Hmm.
you haven't really coded on Scratch. You're just
Yeah, I haven't. I'm just a consumer.
yeah. While we are coders, well, I code more of our games, while he codes more of our films. So let's discuss how it's like coding the actual thing, because Scratch is a coding thing.
Hmm.
So I'll
Yeah.
start off first. So, uh, for me recently, I've been getting back to coding back Scratch games. Like there are these old Scratch games which haven't been released. I fixed them and bam. In fact, Oppshot was one of those games. I couldn't find out like this bug until like now, like not now, but recently, which then led to Oppshot being developed more. Cause I guess a core feature of its gameplay actually got fixed. And then there's also like this maze maker where you make a maze and you
Hmm.
go around the maze. And then there's also this cool movement thing, which it's like a test which tests cool movement. It's cool and it's smooth movement, cool and smooth.
Cool and smooth.
Yeah. And then uh yeah, and also related to Alex's Bobob films, I did develop a Bobob game.
Oh, did you? I didn't know about this.
Yeah. It, You could either say it's finished or it's still in beta because it's kind of up in air over what it actually is.
Hmm. It's me. I am Bob Pop Game.
Oh, really? Yeah. So,
Still
I
can't believe that.
I am Bob
I
Bob.
can't believe it, guys. Chris Pratt. He's Mario now. It's a him.
Total turnaround, but yeah, he is Mario
yeah.
now.
Uh,
We'll
Did you
talk
know
about
he's
that
going to be
later.
playing Bob in the Bob live action movie, Chris Pratt?
the only reason why I'm even bringing this up because I'm scrolling down on Instagram.
I thought you were doing a homework.
I'm not anymore. like I'm scrolling down and I keep on seeing memes like on Instagram and I keep on seeing memes about the new Mario film. Like I see Danny DeVito Wario and I see Seth Rogen Donkey Kong. It's
Yeah.
horrible.
And Jack
That's
Black Bowser.
awful. I am excited and I
And
can't and
this
I think it's gonna be god awful.
Yeah.
okay, but like yeah, that like I'm scared, but I feel like nothing can be worse than the '90s Mario movie. Like you can't get worse than that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you guys watch the totally unrelated to Bob Bob and Scratch? But have you had have either of you got or seen the old TV show? The old Mario TV
Was
show?
it
The Super
animated?
Mario Brothers Super Show.
It was half animated, half live action.
Then maybe.
Yeah,
I maybe saw
I
like a
have.
glimpse of it. Like it was playing
I
on the TV and I just kind of saw a little bit of it. Not
It was
actually.
on Netflix for a while. I watched it religiously when I was a kid. It was the one show I liked as a kid that my parents hated. They
I
absolutely
don't blame
abhorred
them
that
Why did
show.
they hate it?
because it's a horrible show. I'm just gonna be
It was
so
a
honest. I
horrible
watched it.
show.
I knew it was bad, but like I got enjoyment out of it, but I knew it was bad
It was
Yeah.
so
because
bad.
it was this bad acting. It was like this for some reason they made like Mario and Luigi like New Yorkers or something. Like they had like New York accents. They're like, hey, it's
Yeah,
me,
when
Mario, and
it's
I'm
a
a
me,
plumber in
Mario.
Brooklyn. It was like a really weird thing.
Hey, Alex, swing your
Yeah.
arms from side to side. Come on, get up. It's time to do the Mario.
If you
Come on,
don't
do the
watch
Mario.
Super Mario Brothers Super Show, you're
Do the
gonna turn
Mario,
into a
bro.
Goomba.
If
Yeah,
I
I'm
should
gonna
do that
turn
with
you
the
into a
I should do
Goomba.
that thing with the podcast. If you don't watch the Parry podcast, you're gonna turn into a broke man.
Larry.
A broke
It's
yeah
a
yeah.
Larry.
You're gonna turn into
You
a
don't watch
broke
the Parrot
man.
podcast. You're gonna turn into Larry.
Yeah, which is a Bob character. Which yeah. So
Yeah, so
uh
going back to scratch, I guess.
yeah. So King, what's Mr. King? What's your experiences with coding for films? Cause I code games, but you code films. So different.
Mm.
It's really easy. It's like it's kind of coding it in like a straight line.
Yeah,
Sometimes like I guess like the hardest part is like making the dialogues, which is like it's not even that hard at all. It's just kind
Time
of tedious, I
consuming.
guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like
yeah,
it's just like you gotta type it out and you gotta make like it like wait 2 seconds, and wait 2 seconds of speech, because like there's no voice acting. Obviously, it's just text on the
yeah,
screen. So it'll be like 2 seconds of hi, my name is Bobob. Then it'll go to the next person. Hi, my name is
Mm.
Larry. Blah 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 blah. Continue. And sometimes when like a big animation would happen, maybe not just like talking, maybe like someone's fighting. Say like
Yeah.
Bob and like Michael Cera are fighting, then I want to have like The Rock
I
like
just realized
walk
how
on screen.
goddamn ridiculous this series is.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, like it's
I've only
just
watched the first 3 2/3 or something. I watched most of the fourth one. I didn't have time because I had to be here. Um, it's so ridiculous. It's amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just like throwing in just like random actors and stuff, and like the
What the
credits.
hell, man? Yeah,
It,
Imagine
it's
it
great.
the worst case scenario is one of the actors actually sue you for putting them in there.
yeah.
I don't think they
you
can
The
you
do.
put
Nirvana baby's coming after me, even though he
Yeah,
hasn't even been in here.
you put Jack Black in Bobob, and he just comes after you and is like,
yeah.
"Come on, man, that's not cool. You can't put me in Bobob. That's slander.
He's
Or
gonna
that's
use his
libel. I
Nacho
don't ever
Libre
get
powers
Yeah.
on me.
forget which one
Oh,
is
did
which."
you know the Nacho Libre movie? It's completely free on YouTube. You can watch the entire thing on YouTube for free.
Yeah, there are a lot of movies that are like
Really?
that. Like,
Yeah,
so I rewatched Spaceballs a couple of months ago because that was free on YouTube Movies, which was
I watched Tank Girl
good.
on here.
You watched what?
what?
I watched Tank Girl, really bad '90s movie. Yeah, look, free with ads. Wow. Yeah, Nacho Libre.
Yeah,
But yeah, like this
Yeah,
like
the
actually this over a year ago that I watched it actually, and this is like it's always funny because like I watched it after midnight, and anything is funny after midnight. There's just a certain point when the humor
the
like just goes out the window, and like watching like a fly like fly across the room, that's funny after
that's
midnight.
true.
Like
yeah,
anything stupid, yeah.
yeah. Like just sending up a screenshot of the time to the group chat. That's kind of funny too.
It's a
Why
quite humorous
are you
event.
doing that? Perry was just sending pictures of screenshots of his clock, like his
I
clock app or the
I
time
I,
to the group. They're
I
not even
haven't
at
seen
screen time.
that.
It was like 12:20.
Yeah, and I
And he
posted
just
it
kept
once. I
showing that to
posted
me
it
in the middle
once.
of the day today. Whenever I saw him in the hallway, he would just pull up his phone and show me a picture of the time last night. It
I
was
haven't
not
seen that
good.
before.
It was something. Why are you doing that?
I was going to post a picture of the time. Remember, like,
What?
I do remember. It was 13 hours ago. I remember. I always
Wait, this
remember
was
stuff.
today?
no, no, no,
I
no. I
think so,
posted a
wasn't it?
picture of the time like a few days in the week ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You
No,
wanna?
I
I
never saw
can't
any of
give
those
you.
times. I
I
wish
can't
I
give you the
did.
reason why I sent those screenshots of the time to the group chat and like, and just show it to you. But I can give you the reason why I posted it. I posted the least.
Why did you post it?
I posted it so I could literally see if, and people liked it, which proved that I could post anything and people would like it.
You're just so popular.
It was a test run. You were the test audience, George.
I was
Yeah.
the test audience.
Mingus. The
Mingus?
test audience.
I'm proud to be a test audience. I think I represent the perfect average American man. And I think they should test everything on me. I
I
think
thought
I
you
should
were
be a test
Mingus.
subject. I'm gonna go sign up to take experimental drugs.
Yeah.
Ends up in Area 51. Anyway, we're gonna test these smoke bombs on you. We usually just like to sit in this room for a little bit.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we finished discussing how it is to make films, right?
Not quite. Like we just got cut off with like the Michael Cera fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, like again, like the hardest thing about making the films is like is just coding some of the things because like say I have like what like 3 or 4 characters on the screen at the time and I need them all like to fight each other and I want to have like Jack Black walk on screen in the middle of it all. Like I would need like to send out like a message or like
Yeah.
broadcast a message and then
Yeah.
he would have to receive the message to walk on.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know, like it's not even
sometimes
really that hard either.
yeah, and
Yeah.
sometimes
It's
like
easy.
a message of the other person is sent earlier, so like they're both talking. Like sometimes it's not
Yeah.
on purpose because they're meant to interrupt each other like in the second intro to in the second movie. Like, hey, yo, that's
Yeah.
not very money mindset. Just stop. Just speak. Just speak.
Bobob.
What if Bobob only ever said Bobob? That would be
Like a
weird.
That'd
Pokemon.
be
What if you
fun.
actually had a voice clip of me saying Bobob and put that in whenever he talked, even if he wasn't just saying Bobob, he was just like
You have to
a
say
sound whenever
really
he talked.
interestingly. And speaking of seeing things really interestingly, I have been asked by Mr. Dank Mudkip once again to say something, and I just have to say wow 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 wow. That's what he asked me to say,
Wawa.
and I'm doing it now because I'm gonna forget it by the end of the
Blah
podcast.
blah 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 blah. Like that.
Yeah, wow 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 wow
Mr.
wow
I'm
wow
Dank
looking
wow
at
wow.
Mudkip,
Wow.
which one was more accurate to what you wanted?
And he never specified how he wanted to say. He just said say wow 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 wow. So let's all
I'm
sing
looking
it
at
together.
at the chat right now, and all I see is wow 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 wow.
Wow wow wow.
That makes
Also,
sense.
hi Lanny. I don't know if you're even still here.
Yeah, Lainey was here. I told her she should join.
Yeah, I said hello to her.
Good.
Okay, so
I'm kind of on and off with with opening up the chat. So like, if I don't see something right away, it's just because I'm not looking at the moment.
yeah, beep bop
That's
skip
fine.
bop beep bop beep
Bebop,
bop
doobadap,
boop.
skibadabap, doobop, beep, boop.
So should we talk about like more of the Bob films, or what happens in the fifth, or should we like to talk about Oppshot?
I think let's talk
I
about
want to talk
Oppshot first
about
because that's shorter, and then Bob.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Oppshot is actually something Mingus can talk about because he's the best
Dude, I
player.
am the
He's the best
master
player.
of this game.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me talk about this because I haven't been talking about it. This is a game that Parry made. When did you make it? Like a couple of weeks ago, for the first time.
Well, here's the kind of the lore. I kind of made
Mhm.
it all the way back in I think October 2020 maybe, or even like
Oh wow!
yeah.
A
But
while ago.
I came across a bug. I couldn't fix it back then. Then in like August I came back and I fixed it. And like I
Now
released
you're a
it.
master scratcher.
Yeah, and then like by when school started, I had like some friends play on it. I was like, hey, I like this, so I'm gonna update this now.
Yeah, so we've started doing it at lunch, and Perry's been adding update after update. Basically, the premise of the game is it's pretty typical Scratch game. The screen's divided in two. Player on the left controls a little thing that moves up and down with WSD.
WASD.
Player on the right controls a little thing moving up and down with the arrow keys. You have to move your guy. Your guy is literally just a triangle unless you're playing on troll mode. And I'm
Or
not going to
tree
explain
mode.
that now. Or tree bean mode, and you move it up and down to block three balls that are in the back. And those balls, both sides have them. Your goal is to shoot the other person's balls and shrink them so that they disappear. And first person to shut up. The first
So
person
basically, what you
to
need
all these balls.
Destroy the
The first
balls.
person to be the master ball shrinker wins.
Yeah, but I guess it was originally called like Castle Battle because it was based off a gem game called Castle Battle where someone would build this thing out
I
of like
didn't even make that connection.
what?
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
That was literally what it was
I
based
think
off.
you brought it before. Yeah.
Huh. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, so it was based off this gym game called Castle Bubble. Like it's either hula hoops or just like these cones, and they had to knock it over with balls. But yeah, but it was
Some
like
balls on balls
well, it
action.
was like
You know
more
what
of
I'm
a
saying?
team thing. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
like you had two teams, and there were like multiple balls that they had to throw at each other, and yeah. But you can't really do teams on Scratch unless you want to do multiplayer, which is possible on Scratch, but I don't know how to do it, and it's complicated. But
You used to make a game mode where it's like instead of controlling only one triangle, you used to have two triangles, but there's like
Oh,
a
that'd be
space in
hard.
between them. No, I mean like, but it's like
Maybe
the
they're
same. But
mirrored
maybe
against
you
each
like
other?
you like duplicate the code. You know?
August. I don't know why I said August. Your name is Alex. I don't know. Maybe they're mirrored against each other instead of controlling them separately. So you just have two guns.
what?
Mm.
Like, if you press up, one of them will move up and the other one will move down. So they're always opposite each other.
That's kind of cool.
Like, there's one that you control, and there's another one that's kind of the inverse of the movement. You know what I'm saying?
I don't get what you're saying, either of you. I'm just lost.
Okay, so
Well, we're like
Um,
throwing out some ideas for Oppshot.
Okay.
I was saying maybe like
Yeah.
there can be a game mode where instead of only having one triangle to shoot with, you would have two, but there's like a little bit of space in between them to make it a little bit harder for you to block. I don't know, just something.
Yeah. But what I was saying is, okay, so you know how you have the triangle that moves up and down that you control, that you shoot out of and block and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Right? You made the game, of course you know that. What if, say you're starting the middle, you press up, and your triangle moves up, but you also have another triangle that was on top, since you're right in the middle, that moves down. It does the opposite of whatever the first triangle's moving. The first triangle does. So if you press up, your normal triangle goes up and the other one goes down. And if you press down, the other one goes up and your normal triangle goes down. Basically, you're just controlling two at once, but like you can't do it separate. It's all mirrored, which could lead to some interesting gameplay. I can explain what I'm talking about tomorrow at lunch, or Monday at lunch, I guess.
I'm sorry, but I get what Alex is saying, but I don't get what you're saying.
Okay.
Well, like say like
No,
you have one guy, right, on like the top half of the screen.
Yeah.
When you press up to make him move up, the guy on the bottom, because like that's like saying like you have two different guys to control. So your guy on the top would move up, like how you're pressing, but your guy on the bottom would go downward.
Okay, so like they would kind of move opposite of each other.
Than me. Yeah.
Okay. Why didn't you just say that? You wanna like go?
Because I not. Okay. Nah.
Yeah.
So is there anything else that we should talk about for Oppshot?
Yes,
The different modes.
Yeah, I think Mingus had to continue because I don't think he finished what he got to say.
Oh yeah, I never did.
Yeah.
So basically, you had to shoot the ball, shrink them to die. There are a couple different modes. Perry, what are the modes? There's the mode where
There's normal mode. There's
Minecraft.
No, those are the backgrounds. We're not talking backgrounds. We're talking
normal. Okay, wait.
different game modes.
Let me say.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Let me say it.
Oh, so I never actually I never actually played with the new game modes. I only ever saw the backdrops.
Yeah.
So I was playing in Minecraft and I saw there was a troll one. Last I saw.
Yeah.
But I had no one to play with, so I was playing against myself.
Let me explain how the modes and also how to actually access the modes. So first you have to hold down on the I button, and then when a picture of Filmo pops up quickly, this is Filmo, by the way.
Pussy!
Yeah, when you see him just pop up, then that means the mode changed. And there's I think 5 or 4 modes. There's normal mode, which is what it starts off with. There's shotgun mode, where like the gun acts like a shotgun. Rocket mode, where the gun is like a rocket. A spray mode, where the gun is pretty much like a machine gun or minigun, whatever. And then there's space mode, which it's like the controls are wacky. Like you move and you just suddenly move all the way to the other side of the screen, and the bullet is wobbly.
Yeah, it's all of them are very fun. And
Yeah.
I am the king of this game. I think I've lost maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Once against Jordan, once against you, twice against you, I think.
Yeah. And
If
you
I'm
keep on
not
accusing
mistaken.
me of using cheats, which I never do.
Because whenever okay.
Because you made the game, you know exactly what to do.
No, not that. Not even that. So, whenever in the early stages of the game, especially like right after he found it and we started playing it, like the day after he came back, the day after, he came back. Excuse me. And whenever he got close to winning, or whenever he got close to losing, rather, he would just press the game and it would say Parry wins, or press the button. It would say Parry wins.
I would not.
You would. I swear to God, every time. And recently, this was
Secret Parry button.
sometime this it was the Parry button. Sometime this week, he knows I always play with the WASD and not the arrow keys. I play on the left side. And whenever I win, or at least it was like this for a day, it was whenever he won, it would say, arrow keys win, because that's what it used to say. But whenever I win, it would just say Parry wins.
That's because I won. That's because I won. I had to code it in to recognize
the Parry button.
I had to code it in to recognize it was me who was playing, and I won. So it has a special
You
message for me
did
because I
not
am the
win.
creator. So it just
You did not win.
I did.
You lose. You were a loser
I did not
who
lose.
lost.
I did not lose.
Loser who lost.
I did not.
You done lost.
All those before times you were just accusing me of cheating when I didn't even actually cheat though.
You
Like
did cheat. You
I did not.
cheated
I did
all the
not. There was
time.
no
Every single
proof.
time I accused
You
you,
were
it was
you were just
accurate.
bad back then because you were noobs. You were new to this game.
I was always a master. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so good at Oppshot. I also love the name Oppshot. It's such a better name than Castle Battle.
Yeah.
Castle Battle's good, of course, but Oppshot, man, that's where it's at.
Yeah. One of the name ideas which I think Treebean wanted for a little while was Fortress.
That sounds too typical. Oppshot is original.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear something?
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you.
My toilet after Taco Bell.
I have a didgeridoo.
That's awesome.
Anyway, I'm just gonna play that at random intervals during the podcast, so be prepared. Not just this podcast, every podcast from now on. Even if I'm not in it, you'll hear didgeridoo in the background.
Alrighty.
Continue.
So I'm
Did we talk
experiencing
about
some.
Bobob?
No, I still have some more to talk about Oppshot, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna. It was back then. I was gonna add a bot to the game, so like you could play like on your own, you know.
That sounds
Like
hard.
yeah, and it was really hard to code. I didn't really get much to it, but the thing was when we got back to school, you know, when we played Oppshot, the button to activate what was left of the bot AI was still there, and I
Oh
accidentally
yeah,
yeah.
that's what happened. Because I remember you would again, Parry, Mr. Cheater.
I'm
You
not
would just reach over
cheating.
and press the button on the other person's side, and they would just lose control of it. And they would just start moving back and forth, and they'd be like, "I'm not doing this. Why is it happening?"
So, I think JJ and like some others thought it was literally the lag of the game that was making it so they.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
It was just funny. It was moving on its own.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
This was happening. This was also in the early stages again because you hadn't removed it yet.
Yeah, and then sometimes like, and this I'm not even sure if I still moved it. Because I don't even know what causes it. But sometimes the thing starts shooting on its own and doesn't stop.
Oh yeah, that's been a glitch.
Yeah, it only happens rarely, and I don't think that.
It does.
I think it's a problem with Scratch itself and not any of the code. Maybe.
Huh, I don't know. Maybe you just need to get better at coding.
Yeah, maybe. And
Maybe
and
I should code it
I
instead.
should mention like any new content, like any ideas for.
Do
New
you want our ideas?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so, what about a mode? I already explained this earlier, but I'll explain something else now. Yeah, I already suggested my mirror idea. What about a mode where, it's exactly the same except it's flipped 90 degrees and you have to shoot up and down instead of left and right.
Oh, so like WASD would control upside and then
It does sound pretty cool, but I bet like the coding would be kind of hard.
yeah, that coding
It's
would
just
be
you
hard.
change the controls and flip
Yeah,
it.
yeah. But I mean, like, I
It's
don't know
literally
how
just
Parry has it
remaking
set
the
up
game.
because
Yeah.
if he were to change the game in that way, I don't
Yeah.
know what he would have to do for the coding because you might have like the
Probably have to
coding
just
stay the same for
rechange
all the
everything.
levels.
Yeah.
Here's my idea for like modes like
That's mostly a joke, Perry. Don't waste time doing that,
Yeah.
by the way.
here's an idea I have for like modes which also require more than like just a simple like change to a few things. My plan is like I kind of release them as like a DLC, which is what I'm working on now. A DLC, which
Oh,
is
yeah, you did say that.
yeah, which is pretty much like a mode, but it's drastically well not drastically, but very different to the point where I couldn't have it in the original game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not sure when the DLC should come out, but I guess I can tell you a few hints of what's in it. So
Please do. I'm
yeah,
very
first
excited.
off, what's a bit cool is that instead of like three balls or three things you have to defend, there's five of them.
Oh,
Yeah. And then, second off, there may be a story to the DLC, like a mini
story and
story.
Oppshot lore, or Oppshot lore.
Well, I guess original Oppshot doesn't have lore, but this DLC has its own story, like a small story. And
That
then
I can't wait.
the third and final hint is, um, hmm, I'm trying to think of something within it. Uh, I guess there's not really modes, but I guess you can switch, I guess, weapons. So instead of it like
Switch
being modes,
weapons.
like well, you go
So
to
people could.
shotgun mode and normal mode, it'll be like you switch from a shotgun to a normal
So people
pistol.
could have different weapons.
Yes.
So one person could have one weapon. Okay, that's interesting. I like
Yeah,
that idea.
it is it would be possible to like switch weapons mid battle.
I like that idea. That's cool. Like
Yeah, but
maybe in the part at the end of the game where the final ball is moving around,
yeah.
like you could switch to a shotgun because that would be easier to get more damage and quicker.
Yeah, but a downside would be there will be ammo, which I'm thinking of adding to even the original game, like some sort of ammo system, as well as also like
Hmm.
I guess the weapons aren't as much, or maybe the switch time is like slow, so you don't instantly switch. I guess maybe I don't know.
Yeah, that good idea.
Yeah,
Because I know your strategy is to just wildly go up and down and spam.
yeah, that's how I do it in all the tests for some reason, and I never learn. I keep on forgetting
Mhm.
that you don't do that. You just stay still.
I have a strategy, and it has worked like 90% of the time. I've done it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's been the thing I've been trying to do. I'm trying to make it so you couldn't just go to each individual like ball shoot. Like I want to add like more action to it. So like, you can't do that. So basically, your strategy will be obsolete.
No, obsolete.
Obsolete.
Obsolete. No, I hate. I have one more idea for Oppshot. You want to hear?
Yeah. Love it. Also, one of the main reasons I wanted to come up with a thank you. But one of the main reasons I wanted to come up with like a
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay.
this is my last thing.
I'm done.
This
That
is
was
my
an
last
idea. I
thing
hope you
before
like it.
Alex. I can talk about Bob. Brody, like, what, like 40 minutes in, maybe. I'm not sure.
Good podcast. Good podcast.
Yeah, but
Thus
anyways,
far.
last thing. I have this. One of the main reasons why I want to come up with like a good a name is because I'm thinking of adding like an actual menu. Instead of you having to press like I to change the mode, there would be like this pre-menu screen where you can change the mode.
That's cool. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's what I
I'm down for
eventually plan to
all
do.
of your
Maybe after
ideas.
I do the DLC.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
anyways, it's been about 40 minutes, and let's actually talk about Bob. We did talk about a little bit before, but let's talk more in depth about Bob.
Pop, 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 pop.
Mr. King.
So where should we start?
Like Bob Law, I guess.
All right. Well, not too much is known about Bobo's past, and I'm actually starting to create the lore for him now.
Yeah, well, by law I mean like what happened in the movies, basically.
Yeah, but I mean but before all that, I'm starting to make up what happened before.
Yeah, he was in
But
Vietnam.
that'll all. Yeah, I mean that's like that's one of the earliest known facts about Bobob.
What?
So, Bobob 1 is just Larry and Bobob. Like they find each other, they fight each other, and that's it. Bobob kills Larry.
He does not kill
And
Larry. Plot
what?
twist. Plot twist.
Well, I mean he technically did. He just
you're
respawned.
right. Larry just came back because Larry's.
You remember he picked up his experience points after he killed him.
Oh yeah, you're right. I remember the sound effects.
Yeah. And then Bobob 2, was what was oh yeah, so Bobob finds a gremlin and then is accused of racism or something, and then like he has to go fight the gremlin, and like Don Quinones and the so what would you do is on his ass, and he has to hide the body of the gremlin he just killed.
And
But then
guess
in the
what?
meantime, he kills more people and finds Michael Sarah.
Michael Cera arrives.
Yeah.
Dun
So
dun
then
dun.
it's a final battle. Bob is fighting Michael Sarah, but it turns out Don Quinones is joined teams with Michael Sarah, and Bob is
No.
defeated after Don Quinones sacrificed himself to defeat him. He like just like blows himself up just to kill Bob, but he
Yeah,
fails.
it's a heroic sacrifice. Anyway, continue.
Give me 1 second.
It's been
All
one
right, I'll
second.
do another didgeridoo solo.
Can I clap? Can I clap?
Perry.
Yeah.
Maybe do you want to like tell everyone what happens in the, like up to 5 or something? I'll be right back.
Okay, so enough didgeridoo for now. What about if you do?
Didgeridarn.
Yeah. What if you do a big
sorry.
didgeridoo solo at the very end of the podcast? How about that?
All right, sounds good.
All right. Just enough
Got
didgeridoo for now.
deal.
But yeah. So anyways, it's actually that Bob survives what John Kiernes did, and then he's just in his house. Well, no, he goes back to his house and he finds Michael Cera was like going around and just trying to steal stuff, whatever it was, and realized wait, Bob didn't even die, and John Kiernes just died for no reason.
Bob didn't
And then
even
they
die.
fight, and then they fight in Bob's living room. But then Michael Cera escapes. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm treating the names like I'm gonna dox someone. It's Michael Cera.
It's Michael Cera. You're gonna dox Michael Cera. Oh no. He's
I
not
would
gonna
do it.
appreciate that, Parry.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Michael Cera escapes, and then Bob was like, "Oh damn, I need to get him or something." So then he goes to his old veteran friend, which is Hank Hill, and they both fought in Vietnam. And back in Vietnam, Hank prevented Bob prevented Hank from stepping on a landmine, and then
Hank being Hank Hill.
Yeah, and Hank Hill was like, "Oh, I owe you a favor for my life," and like so then
We're getting into Bob 3 now, by the way.
yeah, this is Bob Tree. So like Bob goes to Hank Hill and is like, "Hey, come help me against this Michael Cera guy," and like Hank Hill's like, well, I have a family now. It's like you had a promise all those years ago. And it's like fine. So then that happens, and then Hank Hill also gets the other veterans, and one of them was Larry, the one from the first movie.
Larry.
Yeah. And then there was this whole like kind of like thing where it's like it's kind of awkward, because you just kind of killed someone and then now
you kill a guy and then they come back.
As well as they're also
And
your
then you
old
have to
veteran
fight
friend.
alongside them.
That also means Bob did technically canon-wise kill a Vietnam veteran.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, the Vietnam veteran was trying to fight him back, so yeah.
I think it's okay to kill a Vietnam veteran if they're trying to kill you.
Yeah, but that's besides. That's besides.
We should have a podcast on that. When is it okay to kill Vietnam veterans?
It's not illegal, but it suggests you probably shouldn't kill them from trees. It gives weird flashbacks.
Oh no. Wait, it's not illegal? I'm pretty sure it is.
Well, I mean, there's nothing saying you can't be in a tree. Like, it's illegal to do the killing part, but there's nothing. You won't have any charges pressed if you're doing it from a tree, basically.
Okay. Anyway, continue with Bob.
Yeah. So they gathered a team, and there was also this one Left 4 Dead guy, which I forgot the name. I think Bill, yeah. And then like Hank, this is kind of one of the things. Hank technically lives in Texas, while Bob lives in Wyoming. Yeah, somehow Hank knew. I guess he researched, but Hank knew that Michael Cera was recording a movie downtown. Then they go downtown, and they find Michael Cera as well as two other actors, which is Jack Black and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And then they also find Bobby Hill, which is also wanting to get into the acting business. and we
Mm.
don't question how Bobby Hill managed to go from Texas to like Wyoming without anyone knowing. But that's
Use
besides the point.
magic.
Like imagine just like the like I don't know the mom's name, but like Bobby Hill's mom is like you just sees Bobby Hill go into like this like limousine with Michael Cera and they're like, hey, where you going? It's like, oh, I'm just gonna shoot something real quick. I'm gonna be
I'm
in a
going
movie.
off on an adventure, mother.
Yeah,
I sound like Gene Belcher. I'm going off on an adventure, mother.
yeah, basically. But yeah. And then they go into a big fight, and uh, they go into a big fight and stuff, and like I think when
It's very
Larry
epic.
was fighting, I think Jack Black and Bobby Hill. So then he
Yeah,
killed
Larry
Jack
was
Black,
fighting Jack Black
but he
and
also like kind of
and
injured Bobby Hill, and Hank Hill was like, "Hey, I don't, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't beat up kids." He's
hey man, I know it's controversial, but I don't think you should beat up kids.
yeah, yeah. You can beat up Bowser, I mean Jack Black, but you can't beat up Bobby
What?
Hill.
Wait, he plays Bowser?
Yeah, he's gonna play Bowser in the Mario
Oh my
movie.
god, this movie is gonna be freaking ridiculous
Yeah,
in the best way possible.
yeah. But anyways, yeah, and then like I think Larry tries to kill Bobby Hill, but then Hank Hill steps in, and then Larry knocks out Hank, and then it goes back to Bill fighting the Walk, I think, and then Bill dies, not dies, but he's heavily injured, where he can't come back, and then there's a face up between Bob and Michael Saylor, and the Walk tries to come from behind him, but then not Mike, then Bob was like, I assume that's a sound
Yeah,
effect.
pretty much.
There wasn't any
How
actual sound effect, but yeah,
that's
he
how it
did that,
happened.
and then the Walk died, and then there was this big face up between Michael Cera and Bob and Michael Cera died.
Mr. Rock.
But the ending is tragic because Baba goes into like Hank Hill with Bobby Hill there, and Hank Hill just dies there, and it's like, oh damn, I need to, yeah. And there's also police sirens, which is interesting. The police never come up, but uh, I guess
Or
it
a
does
police
imply in
department.
Baba Blow that the police did investigate, or at least there was maybe an investigation to the death of Michael Cera, Jack Black. I mean, if three famous actors died in one city,
Maybe they're not famous in the Bob world. Maybe they're just petty criminals.
maybe, yeah. Or maybe they're
Bob
just
Lore.
Wyoming exclusive, so not much people outside of Wyoming knew them.
Bob Lore. The whole place is Wyoming. The entire world.
Yeah. But
Well, that's
anyways, on to
that's
the
Mr.
fourth movie.
Mr.
In the fourth movie, Bill goes over and I think tries to warn Baba. I'm not exactly sure what he said, but he dies in front of him. And then a cool title card, and then you see like Larry, who is just jumping through buildings, and Bob and Bobby Hill's following him, and then I think there's a fight, but Bob loses. He doesn't die, but he loses. But um, I think no, that doesn't happen yet. So then I think
Spoilers,
Bobby Hill on
much.
his own went to Larry's lair, and then like he was gonna try to fight Larry because he killed his dad, but he failed. So then Bob got this robot sent by Larry,
Oh
sent
my
to him.
god, I get it. Larry's lair.
Yeah,
That's so
he
funny.
sent there was this robot, and he's like, hey, um, yeah, we got Bobby Hill, and it's like, oh no, and then like Bob goes to Larry, and then when he arrives, he comes across Bobby Hill, and Bobby Hill managed to escape the cell. But and when he tried to like confront Larry killed him. Like he just choked him, and like just Bob she's like, "What? You can't do that!" And then, bam! They have this whole big fight, probably the biggest fight in all of Bob, including the fifth movie. But yeah, so then that happened, and then Larry I think dies, but the robot goes self-destruct mode. So then Bob leaves, and the place explodes, and the helmet drops.
I did not see that part. That's where I stopped watching because I had to come.
Yeah, the ending is ended very fast, though.
Whoa.
So I guess I should explain Bob 5, which I don't think you saw much of.
I didn't see any of, in fact.
Well, before we go into that, What's your thoughts on all of the Bob villain stuff
I
story?
thought it was amazing. It was a work of art. It was I thought it was really funny. I especially liked when the random actors just showed up out of nowhere and became major roles. It's kind of like me and my family were watching this show on Hulu right now. I forget what it's called, but anyway, just for no reason or seemingly no reason, Sting just showed up and became the main villain. Like not him playing character, just Sting himself was the villain, played by Sting. Amazing.
Yeah.
Reminded me of that kind of thing.
Well, what's your favorite Bob?
Hmm. I liked three.
Why is that?
It was just so action packed, and also I thought Bobby Hill was funny.
Yeah. I wanna. I guess three is my favorite, but five also does have really good elements to it. Which should I explain
Hmm.
five now?
Sure.
Yeah. You're gonna be spoiled because you haven't watched five yet. So yeah.
I'm back.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we're
Hey, we're
just
just
about to
about to talk
explain
about
five.
Bob
I.
5.
I was listening the entire time.
Oh.
I'm sorry, like my dad wanted me to go eat like right now, and so like I was trying to
Oh,
like the speed run, but I listened to like the entire thing. Also, by the way, Jack Black did not die. He's the only survivor.
Oh.
Like that was left
oh,
behind in that battle because like
Did
the
he just
rest of
get
them,
injured?
yeah, he was injured really badly, and so like he was knocked out from Larry.
But like, okay, here's the question though. There was silence of the police. Police obviously came, so that means Jack Black could have easily informed the police of what Bob did.
or
Yeah, but he
maybe
doesn't
Jack
like.
Black was arrested.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Jack Black was like he was like just randomly brought into the fight. He had no idea who anyone was. He was just there, like he was just
Yeah.
there to fight. So he's like the only description that he can give them was like some really thin guy with blonde hair came and beat them all up. So like he can't
Me,
really like
I
there's
was the
nothing
thin
else.
guy with blonde
Yeah.
hair.
He couldn't really tell me what happened because he didn't really know what happened.
Yeah.
He was just there to help out Michael Cera because he was just in the film with him. That's really it.
Maybe I feel like with more investigations, there could be something find out like, hey, there's this guy named Bob and stuff and then that would be interesting for a movie. Which I'm not sure if there are gonna be any
Bob
more
Bob
new
on the
movies
run.
due to the ending of the fifth movie, but um, yeah, it'll be interesting if there was like a police versus Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I'd love that.
Yeah,
It'd be Bob Police Arc.
yeah.
So do you want me to tell you
Bob
like
Fugitive.
yeah, Bob Far From Home, I guess, or No Way Home.
Now, just Bob against the government. He definitely does seem like someone who'd go against the government.
Yeah. So I guess I'll explain what happens in the fifth film.
Yeah,
So months after the events of Bob before, we see Bob in his house and he's holding the helmet of Larry, which has been destroyed after the bombing of Larry's lair. And he's like, I have nothing left. And meanwhile, like while he's like kind of monologuing, we see like a little bit of a montage. Bob is at Hank Hill and Bobby Hill's funeral, and then it just kind of cuts back to the present, and he's like, all right, well, I got to get a job. Like, I need to do something with my life. So he gets a job, or he goes to O'Hara's Weapons. And so basically, there's a guy named Jeffrey O'Hara. And he's like, all right, so what job do you want? Blah, 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 basic job interview stuff. And then randomly, he's like, you know what? I'm going to cut the act. Bob, I know all about you. I know about your Michael Cera fight. I know about your time in Vietnam. And so Bob's like, oh, wait, what? How do you know about all that? But he's like, no, don't say anything yet. Look, I'm not here to out you or anything. I need your help. There's these guys who have been threatening me and trying to kill me, and I need you to take them down. So Bob's like, oh, well, what?
So Bob was doing a video game quest.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right,
Yeah.
sounds good. Love it.
So Bob is sent to go kill these guys. So then we get a montage of Bob killing all these guys. He goes in cars. He goes in alleyways.
Yeah, that was honestly
Water. Sorry, I had to drink some water.
that was honestly really cool. I like that part.
I did
Yeah.
not see that part. I did
But yeah.
not see that part.
After he kills some guys, we go back to Jeffrey's like office, and he's like, "All right, I need you to go kill one last guy." Then like the music changes, and you know, like this can be like a big moment, and then we see this lady being like beaten up.
Oh no, not
And,
lady being beaten up.
No,
This is the only lady that's like on all of Bob
Like the
basically,
only
except for like
lady?
Damn, that's sexist. You should have more women.
Let me understand.
Except for Hank Hill's wife, who was in the background of Bob 3,
Wait,
That's
let me.
so
watching
sexist. You
Bobby
should
Hill
have
dead
more
in the
women.
floor
Wait,
for some reason.
everyone, quiet. So
All
the
right.
last guy that Bob was meant to kill, that was a lady.
Yeah.
I didn't
So
even think that. I thought he was a guy. She was a guy.
actually, I don't really know. I'm kind of like assuming the gender here. I don't even know if the character has like this is like one of like the Scratch like
The
like
character
one
is
of the
me.
characters.
What if
Like
they're
they're one of the
non-binary, Alex? You're
I
so
am the character.
politically
I
That's
am
what I'm
incorrect.
Bob
thinking.
One
I
Piece.
actually since I
Of
don't know
every
any about the
character in
character,
Bob, I
I
am
labeled them as
Bob.
like themself in the credits
Yeah.
because I didn't know like what gender they were and I didn't really want to assume. I don't know. So I'll say they because like
Me.
again
Me. I'm them.
like this character was like one of the sprites made in Scratch, not by me,
Yeah.
but I just used
Mhm.
them just because I was just lazy to make. I was too lazy to make another original guy. So Bob's fighting them, and they're like, "All right, look, I know why you're here. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. This situation's way bigger than you thought. I know exactly who sent you, and I'm gonna tell you what's going on." So basically, what happens is they explain their family, Jeffrey's family, has like this whole feud. We don't know why, but they just have a feud, and so there's like this resistance that they made up with all their friends. So they and their friends go to the they go into O'Hara's weapons and they bring the fight there. It's this big
Yeah.
weapon, or big weapon. This big battle between the resistance and Jeffrey O'Hara and his evil robot army.
Oh
The
no.
resistance dies, and there's only like a few members left of the resistance. There's only like a few survivors. Bob was sent to go kill them as a way to go clear like the make sure that they don't ever come back. But Bob didn't know about this until now. So the
Hmm.
last so like there's only one remaining survivor, and that is them. And, like, I don't really give them a name. I think I might have listed the name in the credits because like that was like the sprite's name, but whatever. I don't even remember it. But that was the only surviving member. But they couldn't help out Bob because they were too injured from both the Jeffrey fight and the Bob fight, so they just couldn't do anything to help out. So
Hmm.
now it's Bob all by himself against Jeffrey and his evil army, but he's
Oh
working for him,
no.
so Jeffrey doesn't know what's going on. So then we cut back to O'Hara's weapons. Bob comes in. He's like, "All right, I know all about your secret plan. I'm here to stop you." But before he can even do anything, one of Jeffrey's robots comes and grabs him, and he's knocked out instantly. Bob wakes up in a secret lair that's underneath Jeffrey's whole building there, and he's on like this table. It's like some James Bond looking trap, you know. And so Jeffrey walks in and he's like, "All right, my plan was just to blow up a part of Wyoming, but now since you're in the mix and now you're against me, I'm gonna blow it up now, and I'm gonna have you tortured and examined while I'm up there blowing things up." So Bob was like, "No, you can't do that." So Jeffrey leaves and he's going to go blow up Wyoming or blow up a part of Wyoming, like the specific county that Bob lives
Yeah.
in. It's stated in the film, but I forget where
Fun
exactly.
fact though, fun fact. I did look up actually the county, and it was a real county, and it's like it's
Yeah,
not. It's like
the reason why I chose it was because it was the least populated, and I was like, what? Like, I mean, no wonder we don't really see that many people in the Bob films because literally no one lives there. There's like 2,000
yeah.
people, so it's the least populated
I want to
state,
say
the
something
least
interesting though
populated county.
about the county though. And the interesting thing is that like the county is like next to like a state border, so um
Huh?
Oh.
yeah, and that
I didn't even know that. I just listed a random
yeah, I looked
place.
up a map of it and it's just there, and I think there's a town called Lask, and that I would assume that's downtown. So it's officially confirmed the Bob tree fight happened in Lask, Wyoming, USA.
Last. How is
I
that
think
spelled?
I'm not sure. Let me actually look that up. Let me look that up.
Ah,
No,
So while you're looking it up, I'll continue on.
yes, please.
oh, I did. I just looked it
So
up. I just looked it up.
oh,
Okay, so the county is Niobrara, and the capital is Lusk, Lusk, and it borders South Dakota and Nebraska too.
Oh, so it's right in the corner.
Yeah, and it's one county away from like I think the most populated county, or at least the capital county, which is uh Laramie, and its capital being Cheyenne, whatever.
I think it's just Cheyenne.
saying these nuts.
Yeah.
Is that just
And also, I'm
Lemoyne
just
and
reminded that,
Cheyenne?
like about Wyoming's rectangular shape just being there.
Mm.
All right, so continuing on. Oh God, I open up the chat and I see Cat Boys.
Also, as of, this is also another thing I found on the map. As of March 31, 2020. Nile has no cases. No cases. No COVID cases. So that also explains why no one was
Bobob
wearing a
stopped it.
mask. Yeah.
Bobob saved him.
Yeah, that's why no one's wearing a mask in Bobob.
Okay, but going on with the story, Bobob, he's sitting on that table. He can't get out. Jeffrey's out, gonna go bomb Wyoming, and he can't do anything about it. But then one of his robots comes, and he takes a sample of Bobob's blood. And he's like, no, he's gonna make like weapons out of me or something. Like I don't know what he's gonna do. I gotta stop it now. So he manages just to break out of the table with his strength, and he destroys the robot. But he finds like a whole file on a computer all about Bobob, like all about himself. And it was like, it was like, oh, he was born this time, this place, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and that's where a lot
And
of
so he's like,
little
man,
stuff
he knows all
happened.
about me.
There was a lot of little stuff like how he's born in Ireland when he came to the USA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
he's looking at the computer. He's like, oh my god, what?
You said Lord.
What? I think he's having a stroke. It's like that. What? It's like that Beatles meme where it's like, guys, I think Paul's having a stroke. He needs some snoogum doogums. Guys, I really think Paul McCartney's having a stroke. Okay, but like actually getting back to the story now. So,
I'm gonna mute you if you don't stop.
I don't laugh.
You sound like you're drowning.
Okay, I'll stop.
Go swimming in the middle of a podcast.
I just drown.
He's a never mind, baby.
Being just drowned.
It's a new creepypasta.
Yeah.
Okay, but Bob finds a robot and destroys it, and he sees the computer with with his file on it. He's like, "All right, I'll come back here later because I need to go stop Jeffrey. I don't know where he is. He can be bombing the city right now, for all I know." So, Bob walks out, and I decided I thought it'd be kind of funny. I used the same backdrop from the first Bob films. The only background that there was. It was like the green thing.
Yeah.
Fun fact: the official title that I gave it back in 2019, that backdrop was just called "Nice Day." So, Bob walks on "Nice Day" and he looks
nice
up.
day considering the city or the county was about to be blown up.
Oh yeah, but then we get like this really cinematic shot, I guess, of Bob looking up at a big blimp that says O'Hara's weapons on it, and like Bob knows this is it. This is the final battle against Jeffrey. So he flies up there because Bob has a weak sense of or weak ability to fly. He can't exactly control it that well, but he can get some flying done. So Bob flies up there, and he's like, "All right, now I'm here to stop you for real this time." And before he can really get to finish that sentence, he's attacked by the same robot again. So now he's fighting the robot.
Like a stronger one.
No, it was the same robot.
Oh.
But so he's fighting that same robot in the back of the blimp as Jeffrey is unfazed by Bob even being there because he knew that he would break out. So he's still piloting the blimp, doing whatever, and Bob is fighting the robot. So he starts spinning around. He tries to kick it, but then it electrocutes him. Turns out that Bob can't punch his enemy. He can't touch him at all or it'll hurt him. So he's like, all right, you know what? Here's a better idea. I'll just take on the whole blimp. So he crashes through the window of the blimp, jumps out the thing, falling down, but then flies out, and just crashes right through the top of the blimp and lands right behind Jeffrey again. And Jeffrey's like, "What are you doing? What's going on?" It's like all the alarms are going on. It's like what do you do? You're gonna kill us both. And Bob is like, "I doubt that." And then it just crashes into the ground. So then a few seconds later, or seconds in the film, I don't know how long it was, probably a few minutes or something. So Bob wakes up in the middle of the wreckage, and he's like, "Wait a minute, where's that bomb? The bomb would have gone off by now, but Jeffrey wouldn't do a whole stunt like that without there being a big bomb to explode." So then the robot comes to fight him. He's like, "Oh my god, that robot survived. Now I gotta go fight this guy. I can't blow up the blimp anymore. There's no more blimp." But then it starts lighting up. It gets just getting brighter and brighter. It's like, wait a minute, what's wrong with the robot? It's the bomb. The robot is the bomb.
It was flashing like a creeper, basically.
Yeah, kind of. It's got really bright. So then Bob was like, "Oh, great! Now what do I do? What do I do?" He runs up to it, grabs it, flies into space, and so now he's holding on to he's holding on to the robot. Let's go, but tries to get away, but he can't breathe and he can't fly,
He
and he's
pulls an
dying
Iron
out there.
Man.
And then, boom! It explodes. Bob is killed.
Killed.
And the movie ends.
He actually died.
You'll see.
Wait, is it like? Did
So
he
Bob is dead.
He's dead confirmed.
He's dead.
He's
He's confirmed to be dead.
It's not like it's some ominous thing where he might actually come back to life. He's actually alive.
No. He's dead. Bob was dead.
It's the
But he
saddest
stopped
thing
it.
ever.
So now, George Mingus has been kidnapped.
No, he's crying. He's crying. Bob died.
So the last ever shot that we see of Bob, or at least of like the Bob film before it ends, is nice day, but it's empty this time. No one's there. There's no Bob, no one, and it ends. So then the credits start up, and then there's a
Yeah, let's give Mingus time to cry. Let's give Mingus time to cry. Mingus, you can play a didgeridoo to calm yourself down.
Okay, I will.
Why does it sound like that?
I'm calm now.
All right. Okay, so
Anyway.
the credits start up, and that's it. But there's an after credits scene. We go back to the records. No Bob, no robot, no one. Jeffrey wakes up from the records, and that's it. Now Jeffrey's alive, and there's no one to stop him, and that's the end of the Bob franchise.
Oh wait, that's the
As
end
we
of all
know it.
Bob movies?
Well, yeah, no more Bob.
Oh.
Can we have a Jeffrey
But
series?
What's the
but
but?
there's something crazy going on. I don't know if I should announce this quite yet, but I'm thinking of. I don't know if I'm gonna make it a show or like a series of movies. You remember how we always had that guy Bob on, the New Jersey variant of Bob,
Yeah.
like the knockoff Bob? Well, I'm thinking that I'll have it so I don't want to say the exact origin of this guy, but he's from New Jersey, but now he needs to pick up from where Bob left off.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be some
Are they
shocking
related?
surprises.
Is Bob and Bob related?
I don't really know yet, honestly. I still haven't really created the character. I've created some of the character design, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm still writing the story in my head, I guess.
Can
But
we get
I kind of know how it's gonna end.
Can we give some like
Oh.
Bob ideas for Bob things, movies and stuff?
Are you taking suggestions?
Yeah, wait, here, 1 second. I just gotta do something.
Can Bob pick up the didgeridoo?
All right, I'm back. Oh my God, Parry! I'm back.
I asked if Bob could pick up the didgeridoo.
What is that? What is that?
It's the instrument
You wanna
he's
hear?
playing.
Alex, you want to hear?
Oh, no! I think I heard it already.
I can't play it. I'm laughing.
Anyways, suggestion time. Mingus, do you have a suggestion? Because I have a lot of suggestions.
I'd just love to hear Parry's. I don't have an awful lot.
Okay, so I think before any like new Bob on or whatever, even Jeffrey things, I think there should be some sort of.
As opposed to Bob
Yeah.
off.
I think there should be some sort of like prequel movie, and the prequel movie will explain Larry and Jeffrey's backstory. Because in both movies, when like both enemies, they don't really have much of a reasoning. Like Larry, he wants to kill like Bob. You know, he wants to fight Bob, but there's not exactly a given reason as to why he wants to do that. I think it'd be kind of
Well, there kind of is for Larry.
Well, what is it?
I mean, not so much about Bob. I mean, not so much about Jeffrey, I guess, but mostly for Larry, because in the first film, I forget who exactly challenged who. I think it might have been Bobob asking Larry to fight. And so they're like, oh, yeah, let's just fight each other. But then Larry got pissed because Bobob killed him.
Oh yeah.
So that's how they kind of became
But
enemies
still,
because
there should
Larry
definitely be
lost.
a
And he got
Jeffrey
pissed.
prequel though, because he has a lot more backstory that can be expanded on.
And
Agreed.
that will be explained soon.
Yeah.
Man, this is a long podcast.
Yeah, it's almost 1 hour. It's 1 hour 10 minutes actually right now,
Yeah.
and we're still not done.
I might have to go soon because I have some things pretty,
All right,
pretty,
then let's
pretty,
wrap it
pretty
up
soon.
quickly though. So,
All
yeah,
right. Also, so remember how you're saying that, or I mean, I know I've played it before, but you're saying that you made a Bob game,
yeah.
but it was only like the first level. I'm
Mm.
trying to make one, but it's based off of the first four films, and it'll stop right there. It's only those first four.
What?
I love that idea. Can I test it out for you? I don't know why I did that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I love that idea, Alex.
Now, yeah,
I do have like
that's
kind of I guess one complaint with like Bob 5. And it's that there's like a lot of more loopholes. Not like loopholes like plot. Not like a plot. Just things that could have easily been avoided. Like for one is like, why would Jeffrey fly a blimp which could easily be like shot down if he's gonna drop a bomb? Why not just like a military plane? Like I feel like someone who's signing
Because
up.
blimps look cooler.
Oh yeah, that's true.
yeah, yeah. Like I think like my original idea was gonna be like there would be like no sign on the side of the blimp. It was like a blank blimp, but I realized that like
What about a
I wanted
sky-colored blimp? It blends
what
in. What about a sky-colored blimp? It blends in. You can't see it.
it actually was just like the color of the sky a little bit. It was like it was slightly lighter version of the blue that I used as a background.
Ooh, I love that idea.
Yeah. But still, like,
I
I
mean,
guess technically wise, it would be better if you use like a military plane or something to drop the bomb.
yeah, but I mean, again, like it was like it just looked kind of cool, and I wanted like a then like just like because I again like the way I make all these films like or I made all these films is that I just kind of made it up as I went along, and so I didn't know how long this fight was going to be. So I realized the fight would have had more time to go on if it took place in a blimp rather than like a plane or something like that, like some jet or maybe even like a helicopter, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, and also I was gonna uh wait, can we go over who's still alive in Bob canon besides Jeffrey? We know Jeffrey's alive.
We have Jeffrey, we got Jack Black, we got no one else. Everyone else is dead.
You got Hank Hill's wife, which I think.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, she didn't even really have a role. She stood in the background. She was like an extra in the film.
Yeah, true, but I guess she like supposedly she would know eventually that both her son and husband died in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of deaths happen, and like, for a silly like idea, a lot of deaths did happen.
Mm-hmm. Like everyone died. No one made it out. I guess like the only person who has like no importance to the films whatsoever that actually made it out alive was Jack Black.
Yeah,
and that's
the only
that's
one
the
who
only
actually had importance was Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that ominous ending though. Like I guess especially now knowing that Bob did actually die and it wasn't some like kind of trick or something where it didn't actually die, but yeah, it's just kind of like more ominous. You know that it's not a happy ending, but rather just Jeffrey's alive.
Yeah. I wasn't too sure if I was really gonna kill him off or not, and I originally had the plan of like the viewer would be able to see Bob falling back down to Earth and landing, but I realized that would be like a little bit too dark because like he's already dead, so like it's a corpse flying through the air,
Yeah.
so like that's really
That would have been really dark, especially if it was like done so it's like while in the scene where Jeffrey gets up, you can see like a dot falling down, you know, being Bob.
Oh yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, and it would even
Yeah.
be more cool like that because not only did Bob just fall from the sky, it also, like with the way the camera is, it doesn't like emphasize on that. It's just on in the background. It's no like and just saying Bob's no longer important. He's dead.
I'm gonna go at 6:30, by the way. So wrap it up in the next 10 minutes.
Okay, so
All right.
I was gonna say one more thing. Oh yeah, in the credits you credited me for giving kind of a partial idea for Jeffrey.
I
Yeah.
am Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Cause I
And
remember like
Man.
when we were playing Minecraft together
yeah,
months
Midgar.
ago. Yeah, you brought up ideas. I forget exactly how so, but I know like
Can
you
I
would
explain it?
influence me.
Can I explain the?
Yeah.
So the idea was this guy named Jack, right, and he would be like a weapons sailor, like Jeffrey O'Hare, you know, and he would sell to various gangs within like the city Bobob lives in. And then I think the original story idea was like, or my story idea was like, he was selling weapons to Larry and Michael Saylor, but then like they died, so then
No.
he goes after Bob for killing his customers and stuff, and yeah, and he's kind of like an anti-hero himself. He just wants money. He wants to
Michael Cera
grind.
or Jeffrey?
What?
Michael Cera or
Jack.
Jeffrey? Jack?
Jack is the unreleased version of a Jeffrey, I guess, or
Yeah,
the
Okay.
early version.
I haven't sent any designs yet, but like the way Jack look, I guess more like technology events. Like Jeffy looks kind of like a Ogo, like Frankenstein, you know, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah, while
like
like Jack looks more kind of, I guess, machine hype. Like he's just surrounded by, like he's wearing machine parts. Like he has visors, he has like cool screens, cool buttons, cool
looks like a
lights.
member of Devo. Yeah,
Yeah, and
but
also like Jack's personality was really, I guess, vulgar. Like he just insulted anybody, and he didn't hold back either.
That's me. Like, I will
No,
just
he would say
insult.
slurs. He would straight up say
Oh,
slurs to
I would not
oh
insult
say
people.
slurs.
oh,
I would just.
I
I like
couldn't do
finding
that.
creative insults for people. It's so fun.
Yeah,
Like, you know me.
yeah.
Yeah, y'all can confirm.
I also had this idea in the back of my head. I didn't say it, but it was like Larry's brother, who would be like, who would look similar to Larry, but his like instead of red eyes, it would be like yellow or blue eyes.
What if he's like opposite Larry? Like,
He's just a good guy.
Barry.
it's just Larry but inverted. Like the colors are inverted.
That'd
That'd be
be
kind of
like,
cool, I guess.
yeah.
Anyway, I'm probably gonna go.
All right, so
Oh,
We should
all right.
wrap up.
should we end it off here, or do you
Yeah,
have any
I
more
think
to say?
so. It's been
I
the
think I
longest
have some
podcast in a while.
things.
You have
I
some
have
more.
some more things to say, but I need to remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so yeah, like Jack, like that character, like his whole design originally, like I wanted him to look like it, like I wanted to have a lab coat. I wanted him to be a nerd. Originally, I didn't want him to like get so up close against the characters to fight them. I wanted him to be like he's weak and he knows it, but he has all the weapons that he needs, so he doesn't need to get up close. But I couldn't really show that in the films, and so instead he kind of had like a little bit like a bit of both. He had the brains and the muscle, which makes him even more dangerous.
Yeah.
And his face, I didn't want to I didn't want to have like another human character, so I made it look like some Invader Zim type guy. You know,
Yeah.
like I wanted
I
something green.
I really like Jeffy's design.
I'm gonna go. I gotta go.
Alright, goodbye. Wait,
All right,
one last
goodbye,
didgeridoo.
Mingus.
One last didgeridoo.
Okay, yeah, you got it. Let me grab it. You ready? It's gonna be a good one. It's
Alright,
gonna be didgeridoozy.
alrighty.
Ready?
It's so loud, my phone can't even pick it up. It's only coming through in like bits. I can't even get it.
Oh, this is epic. This is awesome. That's awesome.
Amazing.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Goodbye.
Mingus.
It's been a pleasure. This
Oh,
has
yeah.
been a long podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even over yet.
Long in a while. Been a while since we had something.
Farewell, young men.
So goodbye. Okay.
He's deceased.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other things because I know I had something else to say, but I forget what it was now. Oh yeah, I was gonna bring up Bobob 76, the unreleased Bobob 4 movie.
What
I
was
forget if
that?
I brought it up before.
What was that?
So I know I've told you about it, but I still have the footage with me, and I guess I could post it eventually. But what happened? Like again, like as I was saying before, when I made these films, I had like I just kind of made it up on the spot. I would just do it as like I would create the story as I was making it. And so with Bobob 76 or the original Bobob 4 before it was scrapped, I realized it kind of sucked. And so I'd already started it. I was like maybe like halfway through or so, and I just let it be. I threw it away. But oh, look at that. We killed George.
Yeah, my special OBS techniques.
But yeah, I made like a whole like the half of the film, and maybe I'll just release the footage tonight. Actually, I guess I could do that.
Yeah, I remember you said
And
Treebean and like the Mega Nerd were in it. Like they weren't active characters, but they were like cameos.
yeah, I made like so. What happened was like before I made Baba before we all have an Instagram group chat we talk in all the time,
Yeah.
and I'd ask everyone if they'd want to be a part of the film. Not as like a major role, but like a small cameo on the side or something.
Yeah, it's
And
like those Nickelodeon celebrity cameras, like the bumping hey, and then like this like hey, hello, and there's a big applause, like
pause, yeah, it's like a
yeah,
pause and everything. But
yeah,
yeah, I decided I would do that, and so Mega Nerd and Treebean were some of the people who volunteered for it. And I forget who else. I know Parry also volunteered for it. But since I didn't get to finish the film, the only two people who actually made it into the final cut before I ended the whole film were Treebean and Mega Nerd. And they were present at a concert in the beginning of the film.
yeah. I remember you told me about that, something like that. Yeah, and
So
then
yeah, I guess I'll
there
post
was
that
also that
eventually.
like shadow personator for like he goes like Bob goes down to Arizona and he meets his shadow person and tries to erase his memory.
The Arizona Demon.
Yeah, and you posted on the Bob Instagram about it, like
Yeah, because it was like it was a really cheesed. It was gonna happen because like I was excited for this character and like I love the Arizona Demon, but it just kind of sucks how like that was like the one character that I think that would have been like my favorite villain, but it just never came to be, and
yeah,
it's like trapped in like development hell,
yeah. I
which
remember.
ends up being like actual hell.
Yeah, fun fact: Thermosphere, the song I made, was originally gonna be for that shadow demon.
Yeah, I remember there was that,
Yeah,
and there was the other film. There was Larry's Last, or the other song, Larry's Last,
yeah, and that was for
which is
like
for the official Baba 4.
yeah. Fun fact: one of the main reasons why I changed it from like that the Arizona demon to like Thermosphere was because I couldn't get a good drawing according to myself of like an Arizona demon. I couldn't get it, like I remember like it was originally gonna be. Oh, I should tell about this. It isn't released yet, but there's this like slowed, not even just slowed, it's slowed and really scary version of Thermosphere, which was, it's supposedly if Bob's memory did get wiped, and like the cover for it is a bit haunting. Like Bob just faceless is blank while his head is down while the demon's just looking at you, like at you
Huh.
through the screen.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's
I, I
really
I don't think I
creepy.
ever saw that.
I'm gonna send it to you after this podcast, but yeah.
All right.
I guess you want to talk more, or is that it for the?
I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else. So
Um,
yeah, I guess look out for a Bob movie or so, whatever I decide to do. Because like again, I'm still making the character. Never mind like the whole story. Because like
yeah.
I already know how it's gonna end. It's gonna be like some really big ending.
Mhm.
It's, I mean, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna die. I don't know, but I might change my mind. We'll see.
Mhm. So I
Yep, that's all.
guess this is the end of the Perry podcast. It's been so long since we had a Perry podcast that was over an hour. You know,
Yeah,
like last
this is also the
podcast
end of
we
the Bob.
just barely kind of reached an hour, and it's to the point where YouTube is glitching between whether it's an hour or just 59 minutes. But now it's of
Mm-hmm.
course, and I think even longer. You know, maybe longest podcast of the entire year. Not sure about that, but yeah, not the longest
What
podcast
is the
in.
longest podcast?
It's the second episode, and that was like 2 hours 10 minutes.
Who was on that one?
It was Treebean, and then Hub and Meganer joined. Actually, you know
That's
what's
cool.
funny? The longest podcast, this and then the second one, both was started at 5 p.m. EST then instead of 4 p.m. EST. So what I'm getting from this,
It's accursed.
yeah, what I'm getting from this is
It's
really
accursed.
starting later ends up having a longer podcast for some reason. So expect maybe a possible change in date to from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. or even just 4:30 p.m. EST in the podcast. But anyways, that's besides the point. I hope you enjoyed it. We reached 1 hour and 25 minutes of podcast. And goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.